Hello girls, Neeraja here. Let's move on to the next topic, which is labor cost variance, which is LCV. So let's try to understand the meaning part of LCV followed by the problems related to this. So what is labor cost? Labor cost is the difference between the specified wages minus the actual wages paid. Okay, so first initially we will as a business they will identify what could be the wages in the business, what could be the specified standard wages in the business, and to that they will be reducing actual wages paid. Okay, so the difference between these two, we call it as labor cost variance. Okay, so in other words, it is the difference between actual and the standard wages. So this is basically applied with a formula. You can see the formula here. Your formula is this: labor cost variance is equal to standard hour into standard rate minus actual hour into actual rate. Okay, so you got to remember this formula here. And then this labor cost variance is further divided into two different variants. One is labor rate variance and labor efficiency variance. Okay, so now let's try to understand what is labor rate variance and labor efficiency variance. So labor rate variance, see here we have cost and here we have rate. Okay, the meaning part will be the difference. Here it was the difference between standard wage minus actual wage, but here it's going to be standard rate minus actual rate. Okay, here it is cost, here it is rate. Clear? So wage rate shows the difference between the standard rate which is specified by a business, and you got to reduce actual rate what is paid. Standard is what is fixed before it is given, actual is what they are actually paying. Okay, so when you identify the rate difference here, we call it as labor rate difference. Then we have labor efficiency variance, LEV. So the portion of the labor cost variance is which due to the difference between the standard hour specified and actual hour expected. For example, if a business specifies a employee to work for about 8 hours a day, okay, so that is the specified hour given by the business. And what is actual hour? For example, if the same employee is worked for 7 hours, okay, 8 hours is specified and this person, an employee, is worked for 7 hours. Clear? So there is a difference of 1 hour. Sometimes it can be 10 hours more than that, sometimes it can be lesser. So when they find the difference here, difference between the specified hour and the actual hour, okay, actual hour, we call it as labor efficiency variance. Here they check the efficiency capacity of the each worker in the organization. Okay, so these are the two things which comes under labor cost variance. One is labor rate and another one is labor efficiency. All right, so now we have the next one, which is labor mix variance. Okay, so labor, the term mix itself says it's a combination, or we call it as a composition. This variance is similar to material mix variance, which you have already seen in the previous topics. It may be calculated to reveal the management how much the wage variance is due to change in the composition of labor force. Change in the composition of a gang may arise due to shortage of a particular grade of labor. This can be expressed with a formula. You have labor mix formula here. Okay, so for this we also have a conclusion which says, therefore, increase in the proportion of high paid workers will result in an unfavorable variance, and employment of low pay workers in large proportion will result in favorable variance. So in the conclusion they are talking about the favorable part and unfavorable part. Okay, so initially they say when you have high paid workers, it becomes unfavorable because of the expenses which is associated in the business. And when it comes to low paid workers, okay, so you need not spend more and you have a lot of people, you spend less, so this becomes a favorable variance. So this combination of favorable and unfavorable is nothing but labor mix variance. So that's the theory part of labor cost variance. So let's move on to the problems part. Your first question is, using the following information, calculate labor cost variance, labor rate variance, and labor efficiency variance. So 3 questions are asked in the question. So for which given data will be standard hour per unit is given, standard wage rate per hour is given, actual production is given, actual hour is given, actual wage rate is given. So these are the details what is given in the question. Now let's look at the solution part. Here is the solution part for question number 15. Your formula for standard hour will be actual production into standard hour per unit. Okay. So what is actual production given in the question? Actual production is given 1000 units into standard hour per unit is also given in the question. 1000 into 15 will give you 15,000. Okay. Hours. Then standard wage rate per hour is also given in the question, which is 4. Actual hours is 15,300. Actual rate is given. Now apply the formula. These formulas which are already explained in the theory part. Labor cost variance, your formula is standard hour into standard rate minus actual hour into actual rate. So what is standard hour? Standard hour is 15,000 what you calculated. So that is standard hour into standard rate is 4. Now, actual hour is given in the question 15,300 and actual rate is also given 3.5. So, 15,000 into 4 is 60,000. 15,300 into 3.5 is 53,500. If you reduce, it is giving you a positive value. Okay, it is giving you a positive value. So, when it is a positive value, we call it as a favorable condition. Okay, we term it as F, which is favorable condition. Now the next step is labor rate variance. Labor rate variance, your formula is actual hour into standard rate minus actual rate. Actual hour is given in the question 15,300. Standard rate is given, which is 4, and actual rate is given 3.5. So if you reduce 4 minus 3.5, you get 0.5. So 15,300 into 0.5 will give you 7,650. This is also a positive value, so therefore it is favorable in nature. And the last one is labor efficiency variance. SR, that is standard rate into standard hour minus actual hour. Substitute the values, you get a minus value of minus 1,200. So when you get a minus value, it is unfavorable. It is adverse in nature. We term it as A, which is adverse in nature. So this is the solution for question number solution 15. So let's move on to the next question. The following details are available for the records of XYZ Limited, and we also have data for the month of April given. Particulars, hour, rate per hour, and total is given. So if you look at particulars, we have 3 categories: skilled, unskilled, and semi-skilled labor. Now total number of hours, rate per hour, total is given. Actual production was 1000 articles, for which actual hour worked and rates are given below. Under that we have skilled, semi-skilled, unskilled. Data is given here. And you have list of question. One is labor cost variance, labor rate variance, labor efficiency variance, and labor mix variance. So 4 different questions. This is a lengthy problem. Just that you got to substitute with the formula and identify. Okay, in your previous problem we just worked out with one data, but here you have to calculate labor cost variance separate for skilled, unskilled, and semi-skilled. Separately you have to calculate cost, rate, efficiency, and mix. Okay, so let's move on to the solution part. This is the solution part. So first thing what we have to do is we have to identify standard hour, which is not directly given in the question. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to identify standard hour for 3 kinds of labor: skilled, semi-skilled, and unskilled. Okay, So for calculating standard hour, your formula will be skilled labor hour into the actual production, which is 1000. Okay, so skilled labor for number of hours for the skilled labor will be 10 into 1000, 8 into 1000, 16 into 1000. So it's going to be 10,000, 8,000 and 16,000. Okay, so this is standard hour. Standard rate, actual hour, actual rate and all is given in the question. So I have just copied down the same value. Now, first calculation is labor cost variance. I have applied the formula and substituted the values. Here it is a negative value, 30,000 minus 36,000. We are getting a minus value, so therefore I have written adverse, which is negative balance minus. And then semi-skilled labor we have, that is semi-skilled labor. The same formula we are applying, which is under labor cost variance, because we have to show skilled, semi-skilled and unskilled. Okay, so apply the values, you will get again a minus value. And the last one, if you substitute, you are again getting, so all three conditions are minus, which is adverse in nature. Okay, so there is a loss of total of 6,000 plus 600 plus 2,000. 6,000 plus 600 plus 2,000, all are negative. So there is a loss of 8,600 overall. Total labor cost variance. Okay, so total labor cost variance overall we are getting 8,600, which is adverse. So this is the first one, which is labor cost variance. Next, labor rate variance we have to identify for skilled, semi-skilled and unskilled. Your formula will be actual hour into standard rate minus actual rate. So substitute the formula, 9,000 into 3 minus 4. Okay, so here you are getting 3 minus 4. Here itself you will know it is minus value. So this is going to be adverse. Minus value is adverse. And then the next one is 8,400 into 1.5 into 1.5 is 0. So the answer is 0. Since it is not a negative value, it is favorable in nature. Okay, only if the answer is negative, then it is unfavorable. Then unskilled, if you calculate, we will get a positive value. So one is positive and another one is negative. So what we have to do here, 9,000, that is adverse, minus value. 9,000 minus 2,000 will get 7,000. Okay, so this 7,000 is the answer for total labor rate variance. Okay, because this 9,000 is the minus value and this 2,000 is the positive value. Difference, sign difference, your answer will be minus 7,000, which is adverse in nature. And then the next calculation is labor efficiency variance. Your formula is put here. I have calculated and shown for all three, skilled, semi-skilled and unskilled. Okay, if you calculate, only the first one will be a positive value. The rest will be adverse, that is negative value. Okay, so if you reduce, okay, if you reduce 4,000 plus 600, 4,600. Minus 3,000, you get 1,600. This is also a negative value, so it is adverse in nature. Okay, so that's about labor efficiency variance. And now we have labor mix variance. Your formula is given here. Standard cost of revised standard mix minus standard cost of actual mix. Okay, so revised standard hour is not given in the question, so we have to identify. So how do we identify is, so how do we calculate this revised standard hour is, you have a formula. Revised standard hour is equal to standard hour divided by total standard hour. What is standard hour? You have calculated standard hour in this table. Standard hour for all three of calculated. For A it is 10,000, B 88,000 and unskilled labor is 16,000, right? So Standard HAR will be that total standard HAR is nothing but 10,000 plus 8,000 plus 16,000. Clear? So you will get a total of 34,000. Okay, into total actual HAR. Okay, this is total actual HAR. So what is total actual HAR? Actual HAR is given. Total actual HAR is 9,000 plus 8,400 plus 20,000. You will get 34,500. Okay, so that's what is calculated. Revised standard HAR, that is for skilled, semi-skilled and unskilled. One is 10,000 by 34,000 into 37,400. Then this and this, you will get the answer for revised standard HAR. Okay, now standard cost of revised standard mix, that is RSH into SR. Okay, so 11,000 into 3, 8,800 into 1.5 and 17,600 into 1, you will get a total of 63,800. And then we have calculation of standard cost of actual mix. For all three I have calculated. We get 59,600. So finally we have to reduce 63,800 minus 59,600. So we will get an answer of 4,200, which is favorable. So this is question number 17. Okay. Now this is your next question. Use the following information and calculate labor variance. Gross direct wage is given. Standard hour produced is given. Standard rate per hour is given. Actual hours paid is also given, that is 1,500 hours, out of which hours not worked will be 50. That is nothing but abnormal ideal time. Okay, so let's see how to calculate the solution here. They are asking you to calculate labor variances. Okay, so when I say, so you have to calculate all the labor cost variance here: labor cost, labor rate, labor efficiency, and labor ideal time variance. You have to calculate all these things here. So now let's look at the solution part. This is the solution part. Labor cost variance, your formula remains the same, just that you have to substitute the formula like your previous one. If you substitute, your answer will be 600, which is 2,400 minus 3,000, you will get 6,000, which is a negative balance, adverse. And then we have labor rate variance. Substitute with the formula with the available details in the question, that is 750. Again, it is a negative value, which means it is adverse. Labor efficiency variance, you have the formula here, substitute the value. Here it is 150, which is a positive value, which means it is favorable in nature. Okay, simple. If it is minus value, it is adverse, which is A. If it is plus value, then it is favorable in nature. Idle time variance, your formula is abnormal idle time into standard rate. So what is abnormal idle time? It's given in the question here, 50 hours. Okay, so 50 into standard rate is 1.50, so therefore it's going to be 75, which is a positive, which is a negative value. 50 into 150. Why it is negative value is because this is something which is wasted. Idle time is something which is related to hours which is not worked. Okay, so it is adverse in nature. So this is solution number 18. And this is the last problem under labor variance. The following details related to product X during the month of March 2018 are available. You are required to compute labor hour material variance with the help of the following data. You have material, labor, actual cost for the month, the data is given here. Okay, so let's try to calculate material cost variance, material price variance, material usage variance. Along with this, we will also calculate labor cost, labor rate, labor efficiency variance. Okay. So this is a formula for material cost variance. You should have learnt it in the previous video. SQ minus SP minus actual AQ minus AP. Apply the formula. This is adverse. The second one is material price variance and material usage variance. Same like your previous video, I have worked out all three: cost, price and usage variance in regard to material. So after calculating material, we are calculating labor cost variance. Okay, so here is the formula. It is again the same formula. So the next calculation is labor variance. In that, the first labor cost, I have already shown the calculation. The next one is labor efficiency variance. Your formula is SR into SH minus AH. Apply the formula, substitute the values, you will get favorable answer. And you have labor rate variance. You apply the formula, you will get a negative value, which is minus 3,960. It is adverse in nature. So this is labor cost, that is labor cost variance theory and problems. If there are any doubts, you can get back to me. Thank you, girls.